Yo, what's up? What's going on, YouTube world? You are now back in Man Cave Boulevard, and we are going to be jumping into, once again, another classical sneaker. This
Definitely
is
a classic.
the Nike ACG Wildwood. And I'm about to give a little bit of detail about this sneaker. This was a sneaker that was launched in 1989 as a all conditioned, like geared for trail running, and this has a blended retro outdoor type of style, which was like for modern wearability, featuring durable leather uppers, encapsulated Nike Air cushioning, perforated details for like ventilation inside of the sneaker, and like a rugged rubber outsole with a sawtooth waffle type of pattern. This is for like traction in various terrains and things of that nature, offering comfortability. This brings like a versatile in the sneakers that bridges the outdoor terrain and actual street fashion. So it was good to go on the trails and wear these sneakers, and then you can rock them with your uniform, like for streetwear and things of that nature. But we about to get into this review right now, y'all.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? These sneaks right here, to me, is very special, man. I love this sneaker, bro. For real. Like, some of these videos we be putting up, I be more into it than others. I mean, like this one right here, like this is a sneaker I'm really into. You know what I mean? I'm what's the word? I'm just more passionate about certain sneaks that we post. And these right here is definitely one, man. These gotta be one of my favorite sneaks of all time. They highly up there, you know what I'm saying, for me. I don't know about for you, but for me, and I'm sure many others will definitely rate these up there. You know what I'm saying? First of all, we got two pairs we're gonna get into. First one we're gonna get into is this colorway right here. I forget exactly what this, oh, matter of fact, the colorway of these, because this is the receipt that came with them. Little what you call these, the packing slip. But yeah, this colorway right here is the electric green hyper violet colorway. One of the original colorways on this classic model here, man. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? These, like he said, debuted in 1989. I remember I had a pair in 1989. In 1989, I was, what, 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? I had these, but not this colorway. The colorway I'm about to show next is the one that I had. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother had a pair back in 1989. And I loved this shoe back then, and I love it just as much as I did back then today. You know what I mean? I grabbed these back in 2019 when they dropped, when they re-released. They did this retro, and they did them justice, I could say. You know what I mean? The leather quality on here, they saying it's premium. I don't think I'll go that far as to call them premium, but it is very nice. You know what I mean? Nice soft leather on the toe cap area. But right here, this part that wraps around from right here, back around this side, that leather right there definitely don't feel nowhere near as nice as the leather used right here and right here. This part right here, this panel, is real nice, soft and buttery like the top portion. But the leather used right here and this back here, it's not as nice. It's cool, but nowhere near as nice as them other parts. But yeah, just a classic shoe that, like I said, is one of my favorite shoes of all time, man. Like, I remember when these dropped back in 2019, bro, they came with, I don't know, like I'm gonna say probably like 6 different colorways, and I had like 5 out the 6. I regretfully, I got rid of like 3 of them. I only kept 2. I kept these in the next colorway I'm about to show. But yeah, these dropped back in 2019, and when they dropped, I remember I was psyched. I'm like, wow, yo, I've been waiting for ACG Wildwoods to come back. So I had to grab them. And I went a little crazy and grabbed like 5 different colorways. Then I sold them, and I regret selling them. You know what I mean? But I kept my 2 favorites, this one and the next one I'm about to show. But the crazy thing about it is, you know, although a lot of people was picking them up, the old heads that know, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people was sleeping on them. You know what I'm saying? They slept on them for a minute, that these sat on shelves for some months and was going on sale. You know what I'm saying? It was going for like, they originally released back in they retroed in 2019 at a retail price of $110. I grabbed mine off of Ubik. You know what I'm saying? If y'all familiar with Ubik was a little boutique out in Philly that is now closed down. You know what I mean? It closed down a few years ago, but it was a nice little shop, and I grabbed these from there. You know what I mean? And these sat on shelves, you know what I'm saying? Which was like crazy to me. I'm like, dang, yo, these things still sitting on shelves. Nobody want these? But hey, man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, from what I see, in my opinion, people only go, these so-called sneakerheads only be going for what's super, super hype. You know what I mean? It got to be a super hype collab or just a super hype sneaker for them to want to go get them. Me, nah. You know what I'm saying? I gotta grab what I like, grab classics that just bring me back to back in the day when I was a kid and had them, and this definitely fits that criteria. You know what I mean? The colorway is kind of, you know, I mean, not crazy. The colorway is nice. Just black, gray, some hits of white. This what kind of electric green they calling it, you know what I mean? And this hyper pink, hyper violet rather, you know what I mean? The swoosh, it's got that electric green, but the outsides of it, you know what I'm saying? You can see that hyper violet. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all can see that on the camera if it's picking it up, but like all around the edges, it got that hyper violet around the swoosh. I mean, just a classic shoe, man. That's your tongue right here. Got the ACG. You know what I mean? And like I said, I've had these since 2019. Look how fresh they still look. These things look brand new still, basically. Bottoms ain't too bad. You know what I mean? Got a little bit of marks on there. You know what I'm saying? But they still in tick-tock shape. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I used to love this little ACG sign right there on the midsole. I don't know why, I just always liked that right there. You know what I mean? But just the model itself, man, is so classic, man. Like I said, I remember when I had them as a kid, it was like, yo, I wore them things out. Like, I wore them till I beat them up. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, no more good. What the hell am I doing? I'm trying to put the heat down on the phone. But yeah, that's that colorway. You know what I mean? I'm about to get into the next pair, which is my favorite colorway of all the ACGs. That's all the Wildwoods that ever dropped. This is my favorite colorway right here. You know what I mean? I don't remember what is the name of this colorway, and it doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? I just know that this is the pair. This is the colorway I had back in 1989. You know what I mean? That I fell in love with this sneaker. So this is why this is my favorite colorway of all ACG Wildwoods. You know what I mean? Throughout the years, they have made many different colorways of this shoe. A whole lot of different colorways. But this is my favorite right here, man. Like I said, same with that sneaker. The leather is real nice and soft up here and then right here. All right here. This is all some real nice, soft, buttery leather. All right there. And then the rest of it is... it's all right, but it's not as nice as those two areas. I mean, I love that red swoosh on there. And then that neon in the inside of the tongue, sock, the back of the tongue. You know what I mean? Got the neon right there on the back where it says Nike Air. That's your tongue. That's your tongue right there. Got the ACG on there. Now these, I got some black shoelaces in these. They don't originally come with black laces. What happened is they come with these light colored gray laces. But I had got them stained up one day. I dropped something on them. So I threw them in the washing machine to wash them. And I don't know where they at. They somewhere around here. But I recently wore these about a month ago. And I found these black laces. And because I couldn't find the gray ones. I know they're around here somewhere. You know what I mean? I got the original gray laces that come with them. But I said, let me try these black ones. They may look good. And when I threw them in, I was like, yo, I like it.
Yeah, they go with them. Like, I can think that they will go with them better than the gray. Like,
exactly,
looking real nice right there.
That's the same thing I said when I threw them in. I was like, yo, they actually look better than the gray laces. So yeah, gives it a whole different look. You know what I mean? Because like I said, they originally come with these light, like a light gray like this. They originally come with these light gray laces. So I threw these black ones in, and I was like, yo, I actually kind of like this with the black laces better than the original gray ones. But yeah, man, just I've been wanting to do a video on these, man. I don't know how many of y'all are into these, but I'm definitely a big fan of the ACG Wildwood silhouette. One of my top favorite sneakers of all time. You know, and you know, I just wanted to do this video, man. This is a shoe that dropped back in 2019. That's some years ago. You know what I mean? What's that?
You said 2019?
7 years. 7 years now that these dropped. I thought it was a little longer than that, but yeah, these dropped 7 years ago, man. So I'm quite sure you ain't gonna see nobody doing a review or a video on a sneaker that dropped 7 years ago. But that's what we do over here at Man Cave Boulevard. We'll bring y'all something that just dropped a few days ago. We might bring y'all something that dropped 7 years ago. We might bring y'all something that dropped 2 years ago. I mean, that's how we've been doing it since the start. That's how we're going to continue to do it. You know what I mean? We're not trying to be like no other channel. You know what I mean? We got our own lane, our own zone. We're going to bring y'all classics. We're going to bring y'all collabs. We're going to bring y'all old releases, new releases. You know what I mean? And that's just that. But yeah, oh, I wanted to ask you too, like, have you ever had a pair of these?
I think I had a pair of them. I keep looking at this colorway, and I'm pretty sure I might have had them, but did they have them like 3/4?
Nah.
Some of these?
Not that I remember. I don't know. They might have, and I just completely forgot, but I don't think so.
I had some sneakers similar with this colorway or something like that, because it's too familiar. But if I would have saw these sneakers in the sneaker store, being in grade school or whatever, in elementary, I definitely would have copped them. And honestly, I was a wild style picking clothing type of dude, so I probably would have went with this black colorway.
A word.
Because it's kind of like smooth with the roughness type of joints, and I can see by the dimensions, some of the leather is smooth, and then it goes a little rugged. So I see the terrain thing, and then the streetwear that they trying to put with it. So yeah.
Oh yeah, like you said, that's something I wanted to hit on too. You know, they were actually made for the trails. You know what I mean? That's what the shoe was designed for. But you know us, you know what I'm saying? The streets is going to turn something that's was meant to be worn for this, just like Timberland construction boots was intentionally, you know, made for construction workers. But we turned it around and you know what I mean, started wearing them for fashion. And just like these, we'll take a trail boot, a trail sneaker, and be like, yo, I'm just rocking these to style on them. You know what I mean? For fashion. I ain't going to no trails. I'm not into that. You know what I mean? But I'm going to definitely rock them on the block and rock them just to style them. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's about it. You got anything else?
No, that's...
Before we leave, I want to hit y'all with a on feet what we rocking today. You know what I'm saying? Show a little something what we got on foot today. You want to go first? It don't matter. Today I'm rocking these right here. These Nike SB Dunks, Safari SB Dunks. You know what I'm saying? These came with 2 different laces. Came with a black pair and this colorway right here. And I just chose to throw on this colorway because I think it just gives it a little bit more flavor. You know what I'm saying? Then I think they look good with the black laces too. So you keep it all, you know, because this really don't really match nothing on the shoe. But I just like the look. And then, you know what I'm saying, the t-shirt that was made for these sneaks. You'll see the swoosh got the safari print. Swoosh got that safari print that's on the sneaks. You know what I mean? And then that little blue right there where it says just do it. It's got that same blue that the laces got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a raw put together.
Yeah, I like when I grabbed the sneaks, I didn't even know they had the shirt. I saw the shirt like a couple weeks later and I grabbed it. So that's it. That's what I got on feet today.
See now,
don't
don't get me to talk about this collaboration right here. This is the old school Deodora. You know what I'm saying? A Mama Near, because I wasn't about to say that right. I was about to chop and screw that. You already know me.
Those official. Those are super.
I got on black and gold. You know what I'm saying? I done customized some stuff, so I wear black and gold. So I went with the black and gold. You know what I'm saying? With the gold trimmings and all that good stuff, man.
I got a pair of them too. If y'all look through the videos, if you're new to the channel, y'all can see the review I've done on just go look for the Deodora video, the Deodora episode, I think we titled it, where, you know, we show quite a few pairs of Deodoras in the collection, and those is definitely in my collection as well. You know what I mean? Just a super fire collab that never actually released. Long story behind it, but if you go check out that video, you'll get a little bit of knowledge and insight into that collaboration that never released. Till the next, y'all, we out.
Peace, y'all.